What up, tribe? This is going to be a real quick drop. This is going to be about a 10-minute video about my review of this week's Queen Supreme Court. Let me tell y'all something. I absolutely love this episode. Lonnie B, my DC homie, you was on it. I loved you. I loved this episode. What I liked about Lonnie, a couple of things. One, he had institutional knowledge, meaning you could tell that he had looked at the show before. You could tell by certain comments, like when they were talking about the Leandria Johnson situation, he knew that they had brought her husband on the show. He knew that whole storyline, and that was going back to Kaya days. So you know he's been a fan for a while. I like the fact that he could disagree with Maddie, but not in a nasty way that I feel like some of her other guests have been. I mean, he called her. They still did the whole bitch thing or whatever, but he did it in a laughing way. They joked about it. Like it didn't get disrespectful. I remember I said to you before, at the end of the day, you got to remember that it's Maddie's show, and I think he did that. You know, he participated. He was comic relief. He was funny and all of that. But I don't think he tried to overshadow. I don't think he tried to take control. And as a matter of fact, a couple of times he even said, "This ain't my show. I'm just a guest here." And I think he was really, really cool with that. I liked the topics that they covered. They talked about the Michael, Janet, Joe Jackson situation, and Janet breaking down the essence. And that's when Lonnie was like, "Y'all being disrespectful. I don't fuck with Mike. That's my man." When they talked about the Whitney movie, he said the same thing. But his point was valid. And, you know, he was like, look, I just feel like she's not here to defend herself. They need to just let it go and let her rest in peace. Like, I'm just over it. So his points were valid as far as when he disagreed with Maddie. When they did the verdicts and stuff, you know, he was funny. He was cool. And like I said, that's my DC homie. I am going to say this, though, Maddie. I wouldn't bring up topics if you can't be unbiased, because it is what you do. You're friends with Tamar, so when you brought up the Tamar situation, you were biased. And when people were even bringing up some facts about some things that have happened with Tamar in the past, you just was like, I need some receipts. Where's that coming from? And it's well known in the industry that Tamar don't pay her fucking bills. Like, she's falling out with numerous people over bills not being paid now. Do I think this Tamar personally not paying her bills? No, I think it's her management, aka Vince. But maybe, and then when somebody brought up Nicki Minaj, like, you totally went off. So maybe you need to just either like put a memorandum out saying that certain topics we ain't gonna talk about on the show because I cannot be unbiased, or you gonna have to just drop that shit and let your people know, like, look, this is just a show and it's all for shits and giggles, and don't get in your feelings. That's my biggest critique. Is I just feel like, I love you, Maddie, but I just feel like you have people that at this point you just don't want to say nothing negative about. And I just think that you need to, if you're gonna do this show, you gotta be fair. Like, when people hit the and in the past you have been. So I don't know if lately I don't know if your relationships with some of these people are changing and becoming a little more intimate. Not only intimate like sexually, y'all, don't go there, but I mean like you becoming closer friends with them, and so you not comfortable. But then I just feel like you need to just put a disclaimer that there's gonna be certain topics you just don't bring up. So like, don't put Tamar on the docket if you can't be unbiased in talking about Tamar. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, I loved it. I give it looked like it ain't even gonna be a 10-minute video. I give it an A++. I think that Lonnie B, when I rank them, I would rank Lonnie B along the lines of a Tokyo Vanity. Like, I might give Tokyo Vanity the edge only because Tokyo Vanity just had them one-liners that she was just dropping the whole episode, like bloop, 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 bloop. And Lonnie was good. He was good, and he was funny. You know, I just think that there was, again, with certain topics, he was like, I ain't going there with y'all. I'm not even playing with that. I'm not joking about it. It ain't fun and games to me. Like, I ain't talking about it. But I thought it was a great show. I think it was the best show that Maddie's had in a few weeks, because I haven't enjoyed the last couple of episodes as much. And the topics were great. The things that you covered were great. You did little, you had your little clips and your little inserts, and you had your ads. You had your sponsors there, the seafood person, and the vodka, the infused vodka. So it looks like again, I'm happy about where we see the show going, and I just think it's great. To all the people that want to know why I've stopped doing Kaya's show, I just can't. I just can't commit to doing it every week. I'm sorry. I just can't. I try to watch it and I just can't commit to doing it every week. So I don't want to be unfair and review something I'm not watching all the way through. When I watch an episode, I'll tell y'all what y'all think. But I honestly have not looked at Kaya's show in probably about 3 weeks. So that will probably be why I have not dropped a Kaya review. I just haven't. Sorry. Anyway, y'all tell me what y'all think about last night's episode. I mean, excuse me, wasn't last night. Monday night's episode. If y'all liked it, y'all like Lonnie B. Like I said, he my DC homie. If y'all like him, y'all thought he was good, bad, ugly, indifferent, all of the above. Drop it in the comments and let me know what y'all think. I will see y'all on tomorrow. Peace.